Review of Night Callers and Bigfoot Busters for March 14th, 2010. Night Callers was a great show. They had guest Michael Wood on from the Western Washington Bigfoot Trackers. He talked quite a bit about his experiences where he's heard screams. He's heard bipedal footsteps in the woods, and he's found footprints, things of that nature. He himself has never actually seen a Sasquatch, but he's talked to people who claim to have seen them. He did speak to, he's in constant contact with a lady who is claiming habituation with a Sasquatch, and I think a Sasquatch family. I'd have to go back and listen to see. There was, I think, one caller before me. I called in, basically gave the Monster Quest update, and I also asked the guest about what sort of call blasting he and his group do when they go out in the woods. In other words, I asked, do they use their own voices or do they use recordings? He said that, well, one thing they do is they use, one thing they're planning to do is use gibbon and gorilla calls instead of using alleged Sasquatch calls. They're planning on using actual primate calls instead. And there were questions from the chat room that were asked. Bill Green got his standard question asked, as usual. It was a great show. It was a great show on Night Callers. I'm trying to think who is going to be on the show next week. And I'm going to try and find that out right now. Okay. Sure, I'll find it. Bear with me, folks, for a second. I'm trying to find... here's the page I'm looking for. Now, if I get the bloody page to load... Sometimes this browser acts up. Here we are. But, yeah, Laurie was on the road, and Michael
Various questions about his rich, things of that nature. And, but she still got to call into the show, thankfully. It was good to hear from Miss Laurie. Okay, Steve Wilkins and Steve Shar from WSRT, Washington Sasquatch Research Team. Guests next callers, that'll be at 7 Eastern, 6 Central on blogtalkradio.com/nightcallers. Then on Bigfoot Busters last night, William Dranis was the guest, by the way. He talked quite a bit about the sighting that he and two FBI agents had in 1995. They were out mine detecting, or what you might call, what is it? What was it Bill called it on squatching? Metal detecting, that's it. They were metal detecting. And that's when they all three of them had a sighting of a Sasquatch in Culpeper County, Virginia. He talked quite a bit about that. He answered questions and took questions about the sighting that he and the two FBI agents had. He also took questions about his I Gotcha cam system that he's developed. He's hoping to market it
as a camera system one of these days. There were several callers to that show. Bill Green was one of them. Abe, the elusive one, called in also and asked a question. Bill asked his standard question as usual. Bill Green did. Nancy called in, but she didn't have a question. She was just listening in. And Shane McMahon, a.k.a. Campfire Shadows, also called in and asked a few questions regarding camera systems, things of that nature. And it was a great show. Two great shows last night, and I really enjoyed them both. I believe on Bigfoot Busters next Sunday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/TCSJRBigfoot, the guest will be Stan Gordon, the longtime Bigfoot/UFO investigator in the state of Pennsylvania. Again, it'll be 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And as always, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research.